Hi there, my name is Patmos. We're playing Foundation, and it's very kind of you to join me for this video. I'll get time rolling, get our people walking, and let's see where we left off. Well, we started off with a nice view of our sheep farm. Well, we were building fisheries, we are building a gathering hut, and we are slowly expanding our village, mainly to sell stuff on the market. So we are selling polished stones, we are selling planks, we are still selling berries, and that's all really important because that's bringing in the money. As you can see, if we only had our village income minus the costs, we would just make one every day, one gold coin, and now we make more. And of course, our soldiers are a good way of income, but since two are wounded, we have to wait until they heal. Now let's see, because well, we do have the houses, everyone is quite happy. We expanded the church recently, so it can now hold 100 people. And that's good, because that will give us the time to prepare and build a lot of houses. Now we are expanding our own mansion, which will give us the opportunity to have a bigger treasury. And there's an envoy on the way. Let's see, there he is. He's running towards us. Now, quite soon, we can do promotions again, which is important. I've shown you in the last episodes that if you promote people, they will need more stuff, and when they need more stuff, that means that they will buy more at your market, and that will raise your income. So that's a good way to make more income, but you have to make sure you provide them with everything they need, or they will get mad and leave your village. Now, first things first, the king or the clergy or the people want berries. Either way, we'll lose 30 berries, but we get 200 gold. Now let's check. Our labor force points are 20, kingdom 15, the clergy 17. So let's do kingdom points. So we'll serve the king this time. We'll send them the stuff. We got the coins. 2 people are coming in, which is nice. And well, we can use the coins because we really want to promote people. Now first of all, we're going to promote all the serfs. And then we will pick out a few people to promote to a higher level, so they become commoners. Now I'd like to do that with the higher level people. They don't know why. It just feels right because, well, they're probably a long time in the village, they're working hard, they achieved a high level in their profession, and well, let's just promote them. Well, that's enough. We need a bit of money to build buildings, etc., so we won't do everything. And right now we should see that the people we upgraded from newcomers to serfs, I think they should want to build a house. So we need room for that. And as long as we have the room for that, they will be quite happy. Now, of course, I'm allowing them to build here as well, so they can build close to their work. And a new military mission is available. We'll check that later once all our troops are happy. But right now, well, they're not really getting ready to build everything. I really want them to build a few houses. Sometimes zoning can be a bit hard, so yeah, I want it like that. You can of course tell them they can zone here, that's not an issue. Build a house everywhere. They did a good job getting rid of these trees, I really like that. That really frees up the area. And I really want to get rid of a lot of trees in my village, so that's nice. The forester is working nicely, that's good. Now let's see, because they really need to build a few houses, I believe. They're not really keen on that yet. But perhaps, yeah, in the trees they are building a new house. Probably 1 or 2 more there. We'll see. Yeah. Our Lord Manor is done, so don't forget, every time you expand it, now we built 2 pieces, you have to make it a treasury again. And our treasury grew to 1200, which is really good. Let's check, do we have any free people? We have 2 free people. We have quite a lot of free jobs. So, well, I think we should... yeah, let's make them the fishermen, so the fish will come in. And then later on we can do the gathering hut and make them foragers. Another house being built there, very good. Another fisher's hut is done. We need those extra fish because, well, when we promote people to commoners, they will need two sources of food, in this case berries and fish. We don't produce anything else yet. So we really need those fish. Sales are going quite well. Our costs are actually higher than the income of just the village, but if we add the amount we trade, then we really make a good amount of money. So let's continue with that. Of course, every now and then we have to check our soldiers, and one is healed. He has to train again, and when he's fully trained, and this one too, then they can be put on a mission. Just not right now. Well, this one is done, so we'll probably have to build the extraction zone. Yes, there it is. Don't forget that, or they don't go to work there. They will just walk all the way here. And the further your people have to walk all the time, the less work they will do. They will just work for a certain time, and after that they will just go back to the city and fill all their needs. And the longer it takes for them to just walk all the way to their hut and then all the way back, the shorter they will work. So at some point it might be interesting, for instance, if we get all the way up here and get the industries going to produce weapons and tools, etc. That it could also be that we build just a whole new market square so the people working there don't have to walk too far and they can do more work. So you have to really, you can't just say, well, I'll just put everything far away from each other. So we just have the village right here, and then all the works are right here, so they don't mess with each other. No, that's not going to work, because they are just walking all the time and they will do not a lot of work. So you really have to find the balance between keeping the distance, so they like their housing and they're not getting angry because of the industries close by, and keeping it close enough so that they actually do work quite a while and not spend all their time walking back and forth. So that's a bit of the trade-off that there is. Now, I really like to keep an eye on my zoning and just remove zoning if we don't need it anymore. That really gives a clearer view of the area, so I really like that. That's one of the things you'll see me working on every now and then. Now we have 4 new people, and they're all occupied now. So if 2 more come in, we can put them in the warehouse, but we should also seek new opportunities to put them to good use. As you can see, the income of our village is growing because, well, all those new people finally had a house. They are now spending money in the market, which will help our economy, so that's a good thing. And, well, if we can, I think we should expand this way and then set up the whole stone industry there. And we can expand that way, actually. So let's see what we already have. We have, where it is, 1 stone miner's camp and 1 stone mason. And what I would like to do is get 2 stone miners and, well, we don't have money for our bailiff, so we'll do that later. I want to build 2 stone cutter camps and 2 miners, because that will bring in enough polished stones so we can actually sell them. So I'll put these 2 up there, and as soon as we have the money they can actually start building that. And we can already make the blueprints for the stonemason's hut. We'll put in 1 here, and I'll just keep those up there, and as soon as we have the money we can set it up again. And we'll build another one here. Then later on we have to build a warehouse there, so they don't have to walk very far. And then, yeah, we can just keep very busy. We can occupy a lot of people there, which is good. They will have a good job and be able to spend money in the market. It is quite far from the market at the moment, but I don't really worry about that, because later on when we will be expanding the village, there's probably going to be a marketplace somewhere here, one somewhere there, so we can make use of that and keep in mind that if we set up this zone, they need food there, and we can work on that. Oh, I just clicked too late, so the money was gone again. Now, of course, when we actually build stuff here, for instance this one, we'll just close up that camp and they will all just automatically go here. We can make use of that, so that's good. But now, kinda need a lot of money. Oh well. One of the traders came in, bought some stuff, and we can spend that money. All we have to do is get the zoning here. And this is all the stone that we need to be working on, so that's all the zoning we are going to do. Perfect, that's done. That one is also almost done. As you can see now, normally, if we would have built that building really close to the village, it would have been done already. But because the builder has to walk all that way, he will work very shortly, only added this piece of the bar. So that's what happens if you have long distances to cover. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up these guys as miners. Because, well, we need 5 more. Because we are building 1 extra stonecutter camp. And we should probably pause this one already. So that it won't get filled up with stones, because that's not really helpful. And we should build a warehouse right here that can collect all those stones. I'm going to set it up all the way here, so the red circle will be as far away from the village as it can be, which is really nice. And once it's done, we will fill it up with people that can work there. Now, of course, this is really nice, and I would like to get this spot free to put in extra clothes. Ah, the stonecutter camp is done. So let's pause this one. Probably wait until that one is picked up. Don't know, there's no room probably for that, but if we can actually get it to be picked up at some point, then we can really close it down. I don't mind. Oh, we can just destroy it now. They'll make new stones anyway, which is fine. Are those... yeah, one is done. See, there's 4 people coming in. They will go to work. Once that one is done, we can destroy this one. So everything's really falling in place. They have everything they need to be constructed. Just waiting for the builder to arrive. The other stonecutter camp is done, so let's destroy this one. And they will just hop over to that building. See, they're coming in already, which is good. And that means later on, if we remove the other industries here, we have a nice piece of land to expand to with our village. Is everyone happy? Well, it seems to be that everyone is quite happy. Let's try and keep it that way. Our economy is growing, which is also good. So yeah, I like it. And we can use those new people to occupy this warehouse. Also need another stone cutter. And with that done, well, 6 pieces for every stone we sell. That's a nice amount of money. How are we doing here? Well, 4 of them are fully trained. 1 is still training. So hopefully soon we can put them to good use. I really like the money they bring in, so... well, keep an eye on your food. That's always a good thing. We have plenty of berries, plenty of clothes, so that's all not a problem. And yeah, come on, finish those buildings. Should probably start expanding the village this way. So this one will have to go at some point. Well, they're doing a good job chopping down stuff here at this point. I mean, they have chopped down quite a few trees, which is good. I just want them to chop down more. And once that is done, and they can also chop down small trees, so they could chop down those. We'll soon build a new one somewhere here, let them chop down all those trees. Ah, those 4 new people came in. Well, let's give them a job. And we can use an extra miner. We can set 1 to be a stonemason, because the stone cutters are done. Ah, there it is. Well, we've already set it, so yeah, there he goes. And now we'll have to wait until this is done. I'll prioritize that. And then they can pick up all the stones. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell this one to get empty. I want it to be completely empty, and then we can put extra clothes in there, because right now I think, yeah, this is all filled up, so they're not really working. And we could really do with a buffer of clothes. So, well, that's going to happen. Just need to finish that. We can de-zone this one, so they won't be doing any work there anymore. This piece of land is cleared. Right here we cleared some. Not everything, but yeah, they did clear some. Well, just like that. Sometimes with all the different colors it can be a bit confusing. That's why I get rid of zoning areas we don't need anymore. It'll make it much clearer if we get rid of it. Now, they can, of course, build housing here. I don't really mind. So, yeah, let's set it up like this. I mean, the granary and the gathering huts, that doesn't bother the people, so we'll just tell them it's okay to build there. It's okay to build right here. Let's give them enough space. I like to keep the beach a bit free for fishing huts. Stonemason's hut. Warehouse is done. Perfect. Let's add 2 people to that. And then we'll say, well, I want stone, stone, polished stone, and more polished stone. And now probably they will empty out the stones here and send them over here. At least that's what I'm hoping. Promotions are available. Well, we got in quite a few people. If you want to know how many people come in a month, well, this is the time to check it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 people came in this month. So that's a good amount. We'll promote them all. And then we will promote a few extra to commoners. Not too many though, because, well, we really need to keep up with all our production. Sometimes, even later on in the game, when you get like good amounts of money, it's very tempting to just hit promote all, but you really have to keep an eye on your resources. So if you, for instance, we are now producing enough clothes, but there might be a point when you promote too many people that clothes will run out, you will run out of clothes very quickly. So you have to adjust to that and keep an eye on that. That's why I check these numbers every now and then, see if they are falling, because if this number starts falling to like 100, then we still have the time to set up the new production line. If you wait until it's like 20, then you might be too late. Before it's all built and the people are working there and they are actually producing, you might get angry people because they don't have clothes. So always keep an eye on this. Is there enough for everything, or do we need to do I need to expand my industries? Now, what does he want? He wants bread, but I'm not willing to sell my bread because we don't make any new ones, and we need the bread to unlock this one. So I'm keeping it all. We're not going to give away any bread. Villagers are lacking housing, so we should prioritize all the housing to make sure that they all have their place to live, because they really want that. And of course, I'm not a bad person, so I really want them to have a place to live. Just have to wait to see how it goes. Now we have 1 more people coming in. We can add him to the warehouse. That's fine. Is this place empty yet? Yes, it is. So now we'll tell it we accept clothes. Don't forget to click this one to accept it, because it will still be standing on empty stock. But yeah, now extra clothes will come in. So we can have, we had, the maximum was 150, now it will be 250, which is really good. Still, a lot of people lack housing, so we really need to build a few houses in order to make sure that people don't get too angry with us. Now also, you can see the maximum capacity is 6 once this is upgraded. So that's nice. If we upgrade it, there's room for 3 more people, so everyone can have their own place and live there. Still making decent amounts of money. Because of the promotions and we supply them with what they need, you can see that our income grew again, and right now we are running a plus 19 if we just check the income and the cost of the village, so that's good. 7 villagers don't have a house. Well, They really should work on building housing. And once they do, it'll be very nice. We have plenty of room to expand, so that's not really the issue. Perhaps sometimes you can see right here that they will say, see, unable to find a house close enough to my workspace. And he works as a miner right here, and there's just, it's too far for him to obtain a house. So what we can do, we can really just expand this zone so that he can get a house close by. And as you can see, they're already building one right there. So this can really help you in solving those issues from why aren't they building a house? It's just too far away. There's another one. So now we know it's also time to move that lumber camp. So we'll just move it somewhere here. That's a nice place. And well, let's give it some extra zoning. So it can chop down all these trees, make room for new industries later on. So we'll just tell it to chop down all this. Get this area before we can really tell it to chop it down. But let's just zone it all. Yes, that's it. And now we don't need any new people for that. We can just wait until this is done. So perhaps we should prioritize it. And as soon as it's done, we'll just destroy this one. I'll pause it already. And once we have destroyed it, they will start working in the other one. Now, of course, it means that these trees won't be chopped down anytime soon. But I don't really mind. We have the time. Well, they're still not all fully trained, so I'm going to wait with the mission. We will soon enough enjoy that. Well, this is looking good. Those houses are being built. And the lumber camp is being built. So yeah, these alerts and warnings are or can be very helpful. Sometimes they're quite annoying. They don't do what you want. Well, let's just destroy this one. It's gone. And there they go. Well, he will just go and fulfill his needs probably. And this two will just go and occupy this one. And now they're all three there. So that's good. We have a new villager. And we should probably provide it with a job. So let's do so. Now we have to keep in mind that our woodcutter, all of his wood will come to here. So it might be a good idea to add an extra villager right here, because they have to walk all that way and then they can't do anything else. Right now it's not really a problem, but if you get really big and you add like a woodcutting camp somewhere here and they have to walk all that way, that's just a waste of time. Just build an extra warehouse. Warehouses can also be a good way to occupy people you don't really need at that point. Just build an extra warehouse. You can just store extra goods there. And you can occupy 4 people in it, which will make them happy because they have a job. And, well, makes that you can keep growing. Now, let's see. We can build a new gathering hut again. And we really need those berries, so yeah, let's do that. I'm also going to build a granary right here. Somewhere along the road. It doesn't really, not really that important where it is exactly, because there will be 4 people in it. And we will tell them to get berries and fish, because I'm going to build a lot of fisheries here, because that's really close to the fish. We have some minerals close by. Our bailiff is ready to do some work, so let's go. Finally, we have the money for that. Ooh, that's really the edge of the village. I don't really know where we are. Oh, there we are. So, I'm going to build a few fishing huts there. And that granary will just pick it up. Now, it's a long walk for the people in the shops to go all the way there to the granary, pick it up and walk back. But as I told, we will probably be building a market square somewhere here, I think. So then it's just a short walk and they have berries and fish, which is really good. So I like this place for the granary. 2 people joining, which is good. Money is going quite smoothly. So everything is running okay. I think we can actually already put in the fishing huts. Will be nice. Just remember, if you are going to click and build and you want to build more, hit that shift button, or well, keep it pressed and you can just keep building. Now sometimes you might want to turn it a bit, so hit that control button and then just keep going. Now we won't be using all those fisheries straight away, but at some point we will. Let's build an extraction zone. Can't say it enough, don't forget that. I've played quite a few games, and when you get further and further in the game, you might just forget that, and then all of a sudden you see a gathering hut and no people working there for a long period of time, and then you just think, oh, I forgot to zone it. So always zone those places. Well, we have 78 people living with us. Our economy is going well. We have a thriving village. Almost ready to send out the troops again. I'd say this is a good moment to end this episode. And I had some great fun. We'll put those 2 people to work in the gathering hut. And that's it. Let's pause the game. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. And of course, feel free to leave any comments on this video. Tell me if it was helpful. If you need anything else explained. If you have tips or tricks for me, just leave them in the comment section. I'll respond to it. And see you in another video. Bye bye.